Well, we talked about it. You've got to win in a lot of different ways, and we're playing a team that has really good pitching. They don't give you anything, and we were just one run better today with thanks to Ethan Petrie's home run. Almost hit another one there late, the ball that was just caught at the wall. But what you saw tonight were 4 really good pitchers, and I'm glad we had Hall and Becker. Tip our cap to their 2 guys. They were really good, but again, we're just one run better.
Mark, Noah obviously has been here before in a lot of big situations. When he's in a zone like that, do you even talk to him? You offer him anything in between innings?
I didn't say a damn word. Parker did, but all I do is tell him great job at the end of each inning, give him a big hug when he was done. But he's a competitor. He's, again, to have a guy like that come back to school after being drafted, that's what you need. And so he was a absolute competitor, great stuff. Had a 96-mile-an-hour fastball late in the game when he really needed to reach back. He's everything you want.
What made Noah so effective today against a good lineup? And then he also, especially late in the game, seemed very hyped up. Is that something that helps him?
I think so. Again, I think, some guys, when they get hyped up, they try to do a little bit too much. For him, it just seems to make him even more razor sharp. His command got better as the game went on. He had something left in the tank late. And, again, that game got a little bit emotional, but it was just 2 teams playing really hard that want to win, and nothing wrong with that. And some guys that takes them off their game, some guys that gives them an even sharper focus, and he's clearly one of those guys.
Outside of the Petrie homer, the offense clearly struggled at the plate. What do you say to the guys to, get them going or lift their spirits up after such a tough game at the plate?
You say, great job getting a win, because at the end of the day, your job is to score one more run than the other team. It's going to happen sometimes when you have that kind of pitching. The day was not favorable for hitters. As we mentioned, Petrie, we had a couple balls that were caught right at the top of the wall. So sometimes you just don't get those breaks. And, the guys have been doing so well all year. So it's you break on great job. Let's get them tomorrow.
You mentioned the game got a little emotional. How do you feel like your team as a whole handled the emotions of that game?
Very well. I mean, again, I think I was most impressed with Matthew Becker coming in, in a very emotional thing. Our crowd was tremendous today. That was great to see. And he came in with great composure and just pounded the strike zone with really good stuff. And I think that everybody fed off of that. Our defense was sharp for the most part. And look, it was a good baseball game that was going to come down to the last pitch. And we were sharp for the most part.
You mentioned Hall being able to reach back, kind of still having a lot late. Do you think he's even better at that now as a senior, more experienced, being able to kind of manage himself through a start like this where he's going deep?
Well, he's stronger, so the fact that he's stronger and a little bit heavier physically this year is what allows him to get to that 96, where he couldn't have done that last year. But when he came back this year, one of the things he committed to was just getting an even bigger, have a bigger, stronger body that would be able to help him not only with going deeper into a game, but to have better stuff. And today was a great example of that. You saw the fact that he was that sharp, that late in the game, and still had 96 in the tank when he needed it. That's just a lot of hard work there.
How do you balance where you hit Ethan Petrie in the lineup with, how successful he's been and not wanting to maybe mess up a good thing versus getting him closer to the top of the order?
Yeah, that's definitely something on my mind, John. As you know, he started in the 8 and he crept up to the 7 and didn't seem to take him off his game too much. And so that will be something we look at. You don't want to put too much on his plate, but we just might have a real elite player right there. And so he's a team guy. I don't think he's a guy that would let where we hit him in the lineup affect who he is or how he plays or what he puts on his plate. I just think he's a really good hitter right now. And so wherever we decide to hit him, I think he'll be very valuable for us. All right. Thank you.